Hi everyone, welcome to Sardinia. We're in this fantastic place. Look at this bay. I mean, the colors of the water are incredible, and the rocks and everything. And we're just a few miles north of Olbia, and right there, very close by, is the Marina Cala di Sardi. Now, some of you may remember that this is our favorite spot in Sardinia. Why? Because Marina Cala di Sardi is the home of NSS Yachting, the largest lagoon dealer in Europe. So if we need to test the lagoon, this is where we come. And this is in fact where you can come if you wish to try out one of the new lagoons. It's of course a lagoon dealership, and they have also another testing center in Tuscany. So if that's more convenient, you can go there. Okay, so we came here to present the Lagoon 46. This is a relatively new boat because it came out 3 years ago in 2018. It belongs to this new generation of lagoons. These are characterized by the fact that the mast has been moved further aft. Now, this creates the possibility of having a self-tacking jib, which is still a very large sail. And so it makes it easier, of course, for single-handed sailing. And what are the other features? Well, as you can see, we still have the nets. You know, some shipyards are doing away with nets entirely, but Lagoon keeps them as a safety feature. Of course, if you want to navigate in heavy seas, then the nets make it possible for the waves to just go through the net instead of slamming under the boat. And they also are a nice playground for children, at least in my experience. What else? We have a nice cockpit over here and a large window, and which is provides communication between the interior and the front cockpit, and also makes it possible to hand food or beverages to the people who are relaxing on the front of the boat. To talk about the Lagoon 46, we have an expert in lagoons, Simone Morelli, the CEO of NSS Yachting, which has the largest fleet of lagoon charters here in Italy. Before we meet Simone, however, I would like to invite you to subscribe to SVN Network. It's free, and if you want, it gives you a chance to receive our free digital magazine with special articles on technical issues and news about forthcoming videos. So do click on the link below and subscribe. So without further ado, let's go meet Simone. Hi Simone.
Hi Gabriel, welcome on board.
Thank you, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Okay, we're talking about, well, first of all, we talked about this place. It's incredible. It's really 2 miles from your base.
Yeah, just in front of Cala dei Sardi.
Yeah, absolutely a paradise. I mean,
super
incredible.
paradise. As you can see, fantastic white sand beach.
Yeah.
The color of the water is really, wow, impressive.
Yes.
Okay?
We were talking about the boat. We talked about the front of the boat. This is Lagoon 46.
Yeah.
13.99 meters long and 7.96 meters
well prepared. Okay. Super. You studied.
I got that.
Yeah.
All right. So we invited Simone because, of course, you're an expert in lagoons.
Yeah.
Can you tell us something about the cockpit?
Yeah, the cockpit, as you can see, is a very wide cockpit, a little bit smaller than the Lagoon 50 we saw in the last days. The concept is the same. It belongs from the experience of the Lagoon 450. That has been a very successful model in more than 900 exemplars built. Okay? This boat has 3 main areas in the cockpit. The rear part, that is a seat in which the people can accommodate during the evening, after the lunch, or during the lunch. Then you have a nice part of a chaise-longue that you can use for relax. You can slide, you can do what you want, it's very easy. And then you have the part nearby the table with this sliding bench that lets you to go on the roof when it's open, and you can close when you need to unfold the table to accommodate up to 10 guests.
Yeah, and that's the difference with the Lagoon 50, which has the stairs and the bench. This slides forward when you need to access the upper deck.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you open the table, you need to seat more guests. You need to slide it back.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a very smart solution, and in the bench is integrated a small van in which you can put your stuff.
Yes, yes. Okay, what about the transoms? These are both, we had two
Yes.
wide platforms like the
Exactly.
Lagoon 50.
Yeah, you see, the concept from that belong from the Lagoon 42 is to have a very wide transom in which you can easy access to the sea, because the DNA of the new model of Lagoon is to have a floating villa
Okay.
on the sea with an easy access with small steps to go in the water.
To the-
You need to have this fantastic private swimming pool, easy to
Absolutely.
access.
So another feature is the absence of the traditional davits. You have this single structure which goes
Yeah.
down. I can see it's controlled by this electric winch.
Exactly. It's a kind of portal that can sell the davits and is much more useful, because with the davits you need two persons to handle in 2-3 times the lifting of the dinghy. With this one you only need to put it down, connect it to the dinghy, and then push a button and
Okay.
get the dinghy completely recovered. Very easy.
Yes. As an alternative, you can have the tender lift like
Yeah.
the Lagoon 50.
Exactly.
You're actually seeing it on video. That's from the Lagoon 50, but it's basically the same platform.
Absolutely the same platform.
And you can see it goes down into the water. You slide the tender on it, goes up. So very, very convenient. And of course, it doubles up as a great basing platform that connects the two transoms and
Yeah.
creates a single giant platform. Yeah. Okay, and you were saying this boat is part of a management program. Can you clarify that?
Exactly, yes, this boat is in yacht management. The yacht management program is easy. At the end, you have a duration of 7 years, okay, in which the owner is the owner of the boat.
Okay.
Okay, this is the most important things. And at the end of we take care of all the running costs for the boat, mooring fee, maintenance, whatever. We share the use of the boat, and at the end, the owner pay the boat more or less 50% of the original value.
Oh, sounds great.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm the owner, and during the summer, I have this boat in this fantastic location, but you
Absolutely.
take care of the cost,
Yeah.
and I get it after a period of 7 years.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds very good. Okay, Simone, I'm very curious to see the inside of the boat, but before that, let me remind you, if you need more information on this management program,
Yeah.
they can call NSS Yachting,
Yachting.
and find out. Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
Shall we see the inside now?
Let's go and see the saloon of this Lagoon 46. Here we are.
Very nice. This is it's a bit smaller than the Lagoon 50, but it's still a very large saloon. Great windows.
Yeah, you have plenty of lights.
Yeah. And if what you see is this, it's even better, you know.
You have a 360-degree view from this place.
Yes.
okay?
In the opening, we talked about this window, which is very convenient.
Yeah, it's an optional, but we like it because it's very useful to pass through the drink at the happy hour time.
All right.
Okay, no, I'm joking. It's also very useful to let the dinette with a recirculation of air when you are cooking. When you are
Of course. Yeah, it's
summertime.
it's true.
You see the
And
air.
helps people socialize, which
Exactly,
is very
yeah.
important.
And this kitchen is very socialized place, because you see it's very open to the back, open to the front, very close to the table with the nice sofa. So it's a really nice kitchen with a U-shaped version in which you
Yes.
are very comfortable also during the sailing.
Right, because you always
There's
have
something
support.
to play.
Yeah.
And then we have this huge part with the 4 flares. So very cooking area is very, very nice. You have the oven in stainless steel.
Fridge.
You have the fridge. 3 fridge, 1 freezer. We have the dishwasher inside. Outside as usual in our lagoon, we have the ice maker. You have another fridge, so you will be sure that the beer will be cold enough.
Very, very nice. There are various layouts as usual. Can you talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, on this boat we have only 2 different layouts. 3 cabins or 4 cabins. 3 cabins, 3 toilets, 4 cabins, 4 toilets. I prefer, and for me is the best one, is the 4 cabin, 4 toilets, also for private usage. Because with the 4 cabin, 4 toilets, you always have 1 spare cabin for the guest. And with this boat, you will be plenty of guests.
Yeah. Okay, shall we see the cabins then?
Let's go to see the cabin. You will be very surprised of the interior and the dimension of the rear and front cabin, because it's a big and nice evolution from the Lagoon 450.
Right, so this is...
yeah, you see huge rear cabin with an island bed, easy to access all around, huge and big window that you can see outside very easily from the back and from the side. Imagine when you wake up, it's a fantastic place. And then you have a huge toilet with a separate shower.
Yes.
Very comfortable, like the one you can have at home.
And this is storage space,
Yeah,
right? Wardrobe.
Plenty of wardrobe, everything.
Very nice.
And when you close the door, you have the feeling that the cabins is really very big.
Yes.
And when we go in the front cabin,
Okay, Simone, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Are the two cabins the same or there are differences?
the two cabins are obviously different, but in terms of dimension, the big evolution we have done from the 450 to the 46 has been to have the same size of the cabin.
Okay.
Same island, bed, same size. So for the guests are exactly the same dimension. So
Same level.
we have no discussion of
Oh, who
one
gets the
cabin
best
is more.
cabin? Okay,
Exactly.
you got the better one. Okay.
The bathroom is absolutely the same, and that's why, as I told you, I consider the rear cabin as a owner cabin.
Okay, Simone. Okay, the cabins are great. Let's go outside.
Yeah.
And I know you have to rush. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
But I
so-
leave you the keys of the boat so you can go to have a fantastic sea trial, and then without the pressure on myself on board, you will find out how fast is this boat and how easy it is to conduct.
Oh, that sounds great. Thank you very much for having us. Thank you to NS Yachting. And let's see how this boat sails.
And see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye, Simone. Okay, we are finally sailing towards Cala dei Sardi, our base, and I'm here with Maurizio Anzilotti, the director of SVN Network. Maurizio, beautiful day, isn't it?
Ah, it's really beautiful day. It's a pity that the wind is so light.
Yeah, it's light in this moment. Before we were doing like, there were 8 knots and we were doing like 5 knots or even more. So that was a very nice speed, I think, considering the wind. Now it's gone down to 7,
Six.
right?
6 knots and
And
we are
we're-
doing 3.
Yeah, so that's still pretty good. So we were talking about the sail plan, which, you know, of course, is related to what we were saying about the speed.
You like very much the jib, huh?
I like the jib because we were saying this new generation of Lagoons, you talked to me about the previous generations, they moved the mast further aft. Now this creates the possibility of having a self-tacking jib, which is still a large, powerful sail. So it can still push you, you know, at good speeds.
Yeah, you can feel when there is, today, now the wind is too light. But if there is wind, you really feel that the sail is powerful.
Yeah, and we saw that on the Lagoon 50, which has a similar layout in terms of a similar sail plan. We had 20 knots, that was
Also 25 yesterday.
25, and we were doing 10 knots, above 10 knots. So that was pretty good, although we had reefed in the sail a little bit. So I like the jib, but you were saying something about the main.
I don't like very much the boom so
Yeah.
high.
Yeah, you never do.
No, it's very difficult. Not very difficult. It's quite difficult to go to work on it.
Yes, you need somebody who's a bit athletic if you have a problem. That, of course, is a compromise, as we were saying. I mean, if you want to have a nice fly bridge, you need to have some protection from the sun. You need a bimini, and then, of course, that means the boom is going to be high.
Must be high.
Okay.
But we have the hulls that are very, very clever because they are very narrow in the water and they come large out of the
Yeah.
water. Explain
So-
you in English.
Okay.
Much than me.
Yeah, well, you did fine. The hulls, yes, like many modern boats, what they're doing, they're expanding the the upper part, so you get good space inside the cabins, but at the same time you have a chine, so the hull goes traditional V shape inside the water, so you sort of get best of both worlds. Space above, and still you get a good performance, as we saw.
Oh, and what we forgot to say that you can control the sail all from there.
Yeah, because we have 2 electrical winches, and all the drudgery of pulling up the sail, they take care of it. So that's, this makes it possible, I think, to sail single-handed, because you have the self-tacking
Yeah,
once you
yeah.
get the main up, perhaps.
Especially echo. Once the main up is the main sail is up.
Yeah,
I see that overall, you like it quite a lot, this boat.
No, I do. Can I have it?
Oh, okay. I give to you?
Yes, if you give it to me, I'll take it. All right. If you enjoyed the video, click on like, please, and subscribe to SVN Network. You can receive, it's free, and you will receive our digital magazine with our special issues on technical subjects, information, our videos, and so please do subscribe. Shall we wrap it up?
And click the like.
Click on like.
Oh, you said already.
I did say that.
Yeah, you did.
I'll say it again.
Okay. I say again then.
Okay, that's
click
good.
like.
All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you, and the appointment is for the next video, SVN Network.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.